Hi, Merry Christmas. Last puppy. I do updates on all my puppies. They're 7 weeks old. Excuse me. This is Mr. Levi. He is a red phantom. Oh, he's such adorable. Look at his face. Look at his face. He looks like a teddy bear to me. Now, he has the little bit of the darking around his eyes, which I love. I love that. And then he has the markings on his ears and the little cute little black nose. Look at that face. Oh, I just love his look. He is such a good boy. Now, he still reminds me of Santa Claus. He is so jolly. He is just a happy, jolly little boy. He really is. Now, he did great. He's doing great with everything. If you've watched my other two videos, you know, of course, I work with him. So right now we're doing the outdoor potty training and we're doing the positive come treats. And he's usually the first one. Him or Coco, they compete. He's going to get the treat first. Great eater. He too, he loves food. He'll try just about anything. He follows me everywhere. He's just such a sweet little boy, and he's hilarious. Like, he's just so jolly. He's jolly. Now, he did run with the vacuum cleaner. The only one that didn't run with the vacuum cleaner was Miss Lacey. But boy, as soon as that went off, he ran. But he did come back, and that's a good thing. And he did great with the shears. He's done great with the car rides. He's done great, with shopping cart and being passed around from customer to customer at the Dollar General store, because that's where I take my puppies to socialize them. But look at his front paws. His markings are so wonderful. And he really is just a jolly, happy, easygoing puppy. And, when dogs have a really good appetite, they're easier to train. Dogs that don't really care about food, they want to do toys, they're so much harder for me to train. I like the ones that like treats. And all of my puppies this year, thank gosh, they're all responding to treats. Yeah, and he loves to be cuddled. And I mean, he is so soft and so fluffy and just so jolly. And, he's done great with all the, different things that I have exposed him to. But he is also a boy and he does play. He loves to play. And, he's a boy, just like little girls and little boys, he's going to be a lot more like a little boy, a little bit more rambunctious and a lot more playful, than a girl, but he's so adorable. And, he is still a little bit of a mama's boy. He loves his mama, and look at this, he loves to be just cuddled and hugged and brushed. And look at this. He just falls in love with you. He's like, and then see how trusting. Now, he's more trusting than all three of them. See how he's not holding on to me? Because he's a boy and I take, very good care in not, making them scared, getting used to being raised up because, like I said, I'm very tall. But he's so lackadaisical, very easygoing. Look at this. He's just a jolly, happy little boy. And he'll listen to you. Yeah, he listens to you. He's not a whiner. None of my dogs are whiners. Mom could go out and I train them not to whine. I'm not going to put up with that. So I don't allow that, and I stop it ASP. When you're a breeder and they're in your kitchen, you started them off early, along with mom and dad, disciplining them and socializing them on what's acceptable. Also, when they're little, you have to do the same thing. So, I am constantly always here right on top of all of my puppies. And so if there's arguments, too much about, rough playing, housing, I always use the and then I give them a toy and I say, no arguing, and I work with all of my puppies. So I correct behavior. Mom and dad corrects behavior. We all work together as a team. My animals is my family. I live alone. And, even my cat, my farm cat, she gets in there, gets her 2 cents too. And then Granny Dog is just amazing. You got 3 puppies that aren't on leashes on a farm with mom and dad, and their attention spans are so short. Granny Dog, if I've got one that's gonna like go off and they're not supposed to, and the other two are playing with mom and dad, Granny Dog gets up, goes, gets them, brings them back. And then if you've seen some of my videos, Daddy, he is on top of everything. If I've got one puppy that is learning in the process of staying together as a group because we are a pack and I'm the leader of the pack, and he will, he'll run, dodge at them, nick them, and he basically herds them in and says, no, you can't do this. You have to stay with the herd. So, you really get the benefit of all of my animals and my animals being raised with mom and dad and me in a normal, under the roof, in my kitchen environment. They're not, in a kennel. I don't care if your house is $1 million house. If you got your puppies downstairs where they're not in your living environment, it's not any different than an outdoor kennel. It's just a fancy place. That's all. Oh, he wants. All my dogs cuddle and hug because, I carry them and I cuddle and I give kisses. And see, that's so important to have human contact and kisses and hugs. And, I do that 4 or 5 times a day. Plus, they get positive reinforcement. They get a lot of treats, a lot of different foods, don't you? And, they get handled. But he is a little over 7 weeks right now. And this is Mr. Levi. Can you put your face right up there for me? Yeah. And we're working with him too, with his gum. That's why he puts it up. Watch. Oh, that feels good. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that felt good. You did good. Yes, yes. You did good. Yes, yes. And that's the command I use. Good, good, yes. That's the command I use when I'm training my puppies. And we're going to be working, with putting a harness on them within the next couple of days, and attaching a leash to it. But I have to do it one-on-one. When you have 3 puppies, it's so hard. You have to do one-on-one. And, you can only do it for about 2 or 3 minutes, but you have to do it at least 2 or 3 times a day. If you really want to socialize puppies and get them ready for for home, you have to work with them. You have to introduce them to so many different environments, and you have to do it at a steady pace that's not overwhelming, but still interesting and still that's fun. So I use treats, when I start working with the leashes, to let them. Normally I put a harness on them, which you get that in your package when you buy them, and then I attach a leash to it, and then I do treats, and then I go out and get them to come, pop, 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 come. Then they get treats too. And, we do step by step by step. And he did great with the shears. He does great with car rides. Like, he does so good with car rides, Joshua did. He did great. He's just a happy, jelly kind of guy. And, they're all potty training. I mean, they're almost going to be completely potty trained. Now, his tail, come here. Yeah, his tail's not as curled as the other ones, but he's still beautiful. He's the fluffiest out of all of them. And, so you can see him. There we go. That's my belly. There's my paws. I call them my paws. Where's your feet? There's your right foot. Oh, let me have your right foot. Right foot, left foot. Oh, good boy. And he's just now learning to stand up. Yeah. Yeah, you learn to stand. Yeah, they all do that because they know my voice and they know I cuddle them. They know I cuddle. They know I cuddle. They know I cuddle. And we do hugs. Oh, we do hugs. We do hugs. Yeah, we do hugs. Anyway, I'm on AKC Marketplace. I'm on Facebook, and I'm also on Google Maps. Utica, Kentucky, Hoover Hill, AKC Toy and Miniature Poodles. And this is Mr. Levi. I know. I love you. I love you. You're such a sweet little boy. And he has such a good personality. And, you know, he is just a jolly, jolly little boy. But I'm telling you, I still don't think he would do good being left by himself. He's just, you know, he's still a mama's boy. And he's one of those dogs that he's going to be a lap dog. I know he's going to be a lap dog. He's going to be very, very personable, never leave your side, always looking for you to say it's okay kind of dog. He's just perfect. And he's so adorable. You are so adorable. You're just so adorable. I know. I just got to hug him, you know, because I get all my dogs and I hug him. Oh, see, they all get hugs like that, and he gets carried. And I can't help it, you know. That's how I, you know, love all my dogs. And that's why they always want to go to my neck when they want loving, because that's how I love them. Anyway, this is Hoover Hill Farms. Merry Christmas. This is Levi. This is his 7-week update on his progression and to show you his development and his colors. Let me show you the back of his color. He is so gorgeous. You know, all my dogs are gorgeous. They're so well bred. Yes, they're so well bred. And see, what a lot of people don't understand, that with my male dog, it took me 2 years to find him, and it took me over a year and a half to find my female. And, you know, I have been raising animals my whole life, and I'm very particular. If you don't find good, you know, quality dogs to breed with, you're wasting your time. It's better to invest, and I invested, you know, several $1,000s for my male and my female. And then when you get, you know, the top of the line, the healthiest puppies you can, the right coloring, and you go back 4 generations, then they're going to produce for you. And you're going to have, you know, very healthy, round, solid puppies. And that's what you want. If you're going to be a breeder, that's what you want. You're going to have to, you know, spend the money. You know, Daddy cost me, you know, let me put it this way. I've got over $10,000 invested just from the beginning with Mom and Dad. And that's all with the DNA testing and all the vet, you know, shots, puppy shots, and then the purchasing, and then the transportation to bring them to my house. So anyway, this is Levi, and he is adorable. I swear he reminds me of a teddy bear. Are you a teddy bear? Are you a teddy bear? Are you a teddy bear? A good boy. Yeah. He just reminds me of a teddy bear. He's so sweet. He's so handsome, too. He's so gorgeous. I mean, look at that face. Anyway, y'all have a Merry Christmas. This is Levi's 7-week update. He's available. Keep in mind, I do interviews, and I try to match up my puppies with the right owners. Okay, have a good one. Bye-bye.